incredible Katie Dwyer. Okay.
Hello, applause.
Applause!
All right, so I'm so excited to be here to meet all of you, and I'm still learning names, but it's going to be amazing. This day here that you've earned, the photo shoot, the makeup, you got makeup, awesome photos. The pictures are coming out gorgeous. The food was unbelievable. I ate a lot. What the heck is going on?
Okay, we're trying to improve. We're trying to improve the quality of the video. It's not making any difference. Now everybody's orange.
Great day.
I just want to stick in the orange. It's the 10. Okay, much better.
And curtain. I've always wanted to be on stage.
Okay, we're good.
No, okay, we're good. A little air, almost a little air. Okay. I had hot flashes all day yesterday. I'm too young, I know, but I had a lot of hot flashes in my quarterly training yesterday. And I was dying, but today I'm better, so it's good. Okay, so I just want to share my story with you because I know a lot of you kind of know bits and pieces. And Naomi talked a little bit a part of why I won the Spirit of Arbonne. I want you to know it's not really about Guatemala. The reason why they picked me for Spirit of Arbonne, it was because of my journey. And that's what I want to share with you a little bit. And then I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what I know for sure about Arbonne. It's kind of based on this book I read by Oprah. So I started at Arbonne a little over 10 years ago. BJ Pierce, who's my aunt, my mom's baby sister. She's like 3 years older than me. We grew up together. I thought she was my sister. I can't explain it because she's in every picture. My mom babysat her, and I didn't realize she wasn't my sister. And then my grandmother was her mom. I was so confused at a young age. That's why I'm a little messed up. So anyways, she bought it for me for my birthday. She seriously embezzled my social security number and from my mother and said, "You're doing Arbonne with me." That was it. And I had no choice. I was a third grade teacher. I did teach for 20 years. Arbonne retired me. And she's like, "You're doing this with me." I'm like, "Yeah, whatever. And so I did what she said, and I did a couple parties, made some extra money because at that point I had pretty much zero in the bank account. I owed $50,000 in credit cards. My husband decided to quit electric work and go back to school to be a teacher. And as you know, upstate New York, I was teaching, making maybe $55,000 a year. That's it. And so we had two babies at that time. Well, they were 4 and 6, and they were 3 and 2. Yeah, when I first started, they were in daycare. So I'm paying for daycare. My husband's back to school full time. He did a master's program, so he could not work. He had a sign like, "I will not work during this program," because that's how intense the program was. So I was teaching and working part-time jobs to make my family work, because we lived there, and I had nothing. I had no money, nothing. And so she gave me that gift. I'm like, okay, this is a gift. So I'm gonna kind of use it a little bit. So I did it part-time. Then I found this ace. We all know what an ace is. She's a superstar. And her name was Lisa DeMeo. I sponsored Lisa DeMeo because her husband is my daughter's godfather and my husband's best friend. Her ex now. And I will not mention her name again. So she did the business and was amazing and flew by me. And I said, yes! I got region. And I didn't deserve region. I couldn't sustain region because I only had 2 other people besides this superstar. So she passed me, and I'm like, yes, this is awesome. She's working so hard. This is awesome. I'm so glad this is working for you. I love my teaching job. I love Arbonne part-time. And so I lost a region because I didn't have people. You can't have a team of 1 and then have a couple people here lingering. So I lost my region. Oh, it's good. I didn't care. See, I'm not one of those people that holds on to titles. I grew up very, very poor. I mean, the way I can just give you this flashback to my life growing up, we had to sleep in one room with a propane heater to heat our home. And we couldn't sleep in our own bedrooms during the winter because we didn't have enough money to heat our home. That's how I grew up. So when all this stuff is going on and I didn't have money to, we're living paycheck to paycheck, my husband's back in school, I'm doing a superstar thing, I lost my region, so I had this car. I'm like, this car, why do I have this Mercedes? I'm a teacher, and I'm in upstate New York in cow country. What's going on? So I'm like, you know what? I'm still loving Arbonne, and I was an area manager for 6 years. So I loved what I did. I was comfortable. Get that? I was comfortable as an area manager. 6 years. I was comfortable. It was all good. I was making a couple $1,000 a month. That helped. That got us. We started getting out of debt. I could actually pay for things. We actually almost could go on a vacation, almost. And then one day I decided in my life that I deserved more. I never knew I deserved more. I never could see past a region. And all of a sudden I saw nation for some reason. I go, you know what? I deserve this. I deserve this. All these different nations, we all deserve to be more, to be able to give more. Because I was raised to give more than you receive. And when I made this adjustment in my head, I said, I'm going to be home with my kids. as teenagers. That's something I've always promised myself my whole entire life. I will be a mom that stays at home in their teen years because I think that's more important to me. That's my thing. Because I want to know who they're talking to, if they're smoking, drinking, SEXing. I want to know what's going on in my house. I want to be there and be present. I want to be part of their life. I could never go on a field trip as a teacher. I never got to do those things. So I made a commitment. Said, I'm going to do this. I surrendered my car in bankruptcy. I said, okay, here's my car. Take it. I don't deserve this. I'm not an RVP. Take the car. So I surrendered my car. Had to pay for it still. Let me just tell you, paying for $50,000 for a car you never owned kind of sucked. And I'm like, it made me work harder and harder and harder. Surrendered the car. 2 months later, I got a phone call. You're not going to believe this. She quit. I'm like, what? Who quit? Well, all your nations quit. Debbie Neal quit. She brought along 2 other nations. She brought like 10 of my regions that I had at that point. No, sorry, sorry. I said Debbie, Lisa.
Yes.
Sorry.
No,
sorry.
I'm like, girlfriend.
No, she'll never quit. Lisa was. So
Now,
Lisa, sorry,
Debbie is having seizures.
No,
In her house right now.
Don't tell her.
She detected that you said that she's having
Don't
seizures.
tell her. Don't tell her. Don't tell her. She was like,
Okay,
she'll punch me in the throat.
FYI.
Not that it's not recorded.
FYI.
Yeah, but Debbie will. I love you, Debbie. No. Lisa quit. But she took everybody with her because she thought the grass was greener over there. It wasn't enough money, whatever. And then now she becomes she who shall not be named. Okay? Both times, but they go. And so then all of a sudden I inherited a business, which I wasn't ready for. I did not think I deserved it. But I'm like, this is Arbonne's structure. This is what it's been. This is how it's made. I got this, but it's not going to be like easy because a lot of people in Arbonne you don't know about have inherited their businesses.
Wait, so just clarify what that means.
That means everything she had went directly to me.
So now all of a
The people
sudden
who she didn't
Debbie
take
Neal
with
is
her.
direct to
So she
Katie.
didn't take anything.
All of
Her big
Lisa's
people.
direct people that are left are all
So
direct
Lisa
to
had
Katie now.
Lisa had Debbie Neal still and Carrie Zeus, who are now direct to me. They all popped up to me. It's like I was here, but as area manager, and she was here as an executive national vice president with 4 directs. Boop, they all popped up to me. Everyone that didn't go with her. So I had this huge organization now. I didn't know half the people. They never were gifted. They have never been incentivized to earn any incentives. No one ever followed through with it. No one loved on them like I do. And so I decided to take the first year and just travel. So I went to everybody. I went to see everybody. I did meetings everywhere. I was nonstop for 1 year, going to visit everybody, doing meetings, meeting people, putting out incentives, gifting people every holiday, and just sending out I love yous and messaging people, writing notes to people, emailing, calling. I spent 1 full year doing that. And so the first year I went as nation to GTC because it took that 4 months to go nation because I went region, qual, region, nation, qual, nation. So I went to GTC as a new MVP after being in area for 6 months. That next 4 months, 6 years. So 6 years and that 4 months later, I'm a national vice president. And so I had a love on those people. I had a hard time that first year. I gifted them. We had huge parties. I gave them lunch. They're like, what are you doing?
Fill in that Lisa, sorry.
Yeah.
Never
did that.
Never did that. Never
Never
gave a
treated them
gift to
anything.
anybody. Never was kind. Never wrote a nice note. Never gave an incentive. Was never there. Like never did anything for anybody. Debbie had no upline.
Debbie was on her own at the beginning.
Ever.
And so she was growing, and Debbie and I were like, I'm here for you. And like Debbie didn't need me, so that was okay because it was all the regions that I had inherited. And we grew together. So the first year as a nation, I was like, okay, I'm walking stage. I was a little nervous, uncomfortable, wasn't my thing. And all of a sudden I started changing with my team. It became my team, my nation. And so that whole next year, I still continued meeting with people, still continued gifting, calling, promoting. We promoted out and we earned the MVP challenge trip and I went to South Africa. So to earn that challenge, I had to grow that business by 20%. And I took that team after that first year and we grew 20% and earned South Africa. And that's when we became my nation. And so that next year we went to GTC. I knew they were my nation. It's because when I walked into my suite, they had delivered a huge bouquet of flowers and said, we love you, Katie. We're so glad that this is our nation. And I knew we were a family. I knew it. And so that is kind of like my story. And a lot of people don't know it, but it's nothing to be ashamed of. Lost region, who cares? Was comfortable as an area. I had to get uncomfortable. I had to make a shift and said, it's going to go from my head to my heart. And I deserved it because I never grew up with anything. I'm like, I can't have that kind of money in my life. I don't deserve that. Please. Who deserves, no. And now that I have that, I can give back. And that's why I sponsor, an orphanage in Guatemala. And it's because that's where my heart is with kids. I've been teaching, I taught for 20 years, but it was something different about it. I can't explain what the tug on my heart was to go there, but I had a huge tug just to do it. And I had took my 14-year-old daughter. And for us to go there when she was 14 was huge. It was powerful. And I could give that. And so that's kind of like the spirit of Arbonne. It was about my journey in Guatemala and giving, because I seriously have believed in life. You should give more than you receive. And I still am that way in my life. I give. I'm a giver. Like Maria knows. I love to give. I'm a gift giver. I know. I just love.
It's awesome. Keep doing it.
But it's duplicatable too, though, because you need to love on people and tell them how much you appreciate them every single day. You never know when someone's going to be gone. You don't. And then someone asked me today, I think we're asking me about a trip to Italy. I always say we because my nation and we earned it together, the MVP Challenge trip again. So I had to grow from that 2 years ago. We had to grow another 20% from last year, which we grew another 10.5. I think we grew 18%, so I missed it by 2%. So we grew another 20%, and I just earned the second MVP Challenge trip.
And she just got off the boat from Italy.
Just got back from Italy.
Last week.
And that's why I brought this to show you. This is something I do every year at my Ignite retreat at my house. This was done not this February, the February before. And as you can see right here, you can see what the hugest thing on my vision board was. I looked at every single day. Was Italy. My team was going to Guatemala with my daughter. But this was huge. And this is so funny because I put spotlight because I want to train at GTC or MC. But the funny thing is everyone's like, Katie, you were spotlighted. You were there. I didn't realize that the other day. Yeah. I'm like, you're the spirit of Arbonne. And I just got invited to train at the Impact Tour. So, like, make your vision boards. Make them real to you. I don't care what they look like. They don't have to be fancy. I'm not fancy. I'm definitely not a fancy girl. I live in a farm town. There's more cows than there are people. Just Disney and all this stuff are coming. These things are coming into my life. I'm making a new one because I've made too many of these. It's never happened. Ooh. So, with that, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're freaking me out. Stop it.
I'm trying to make it better.
Squirrel. I gotta get focused. Squirrel. Focus. So after Italy, I just got back from Italy. Trip of a lifetime. My husband and I. Okay, my husband is a totally a redneck. Okay, from Italy with all the MVPs. Hanging out with Celia Stoll, my husband. Try that one. But my husband's so funny because like he builds around our jacuzzi every winter. It's like shack. I'm like, it's a lovely thing. It's a shack around our hot tub because he wants it enclosed. And I'm like, then I have my whole team coming. I'm like, this is our shack. Love me for who I am. That's what I do. I love my team for who they are. So that's kind of fun. But then I got back and for Christmas this year, I gave my mom a trip to Disney. Because I asked her last year, I said, my life, my dad's been gone for 15 years. I go, Mom, where's one place you want to go? She was like, I really want to go to Disney. And she's remarried, and her husband's not really well. He's dying, and he's been dying. My mom took care of my dad for 8 years while he was dying. Got remarried. Now she's got another husband that is dying. And I go, you know what? I'm going to take you. So for Christmas, in front of my brothers and sisters, because they don't support my business at all, I gave her a trip to Disney. Full, everything was paid for. She didn't even have to bring her purse. Said, don't even bring money. You have to spend nothing. So I took her, and to watch her, I was back one day, by the way, so I never had jet lag because I couldn't breathe. I went right to Disney on a plane a day and a half later. Got off from Italy, went to Disney. Took my mom and watched my mom. And I was watching her going, oh my God, because my mom doesn't have a lot. She lives in Vermont. They're retired. My mom's only 67. She's very young. I just watched her. And then the night of the close, I was working the close with my team. And I was sitting in Bay Lake, which is right near the Contemporary, because I'm a Disney Vacation Club person. First thing I did when I went Nation, by the way, because I'm a Disney addict. But I'm sitting there doing the close with my aunt and BJ Pierce. She's on the phone, I'm on the phone, I'm doing emails, texting. You almost got what we do in the close. You all know how crazy it is. And I had my blinds open. All of a sudden, there was this most amazing firework display. Like, I'm telling you, it was insane how insane it was. And I just took a minute and I went, oh, that's my gratitude right there. That was everything in my life. I looked out there and saw this explosion of color and beauty and the boom. And I just felt like, this is why Arbonne works. This is why I chose Arbonne. This is what Arbonne can do for people. And the fireworks were so amazing. This is just something like, they're not always this big. Let me see if I can, but look. I mean, I've never seen, you see a lot of fireworks, but someone rented out Magic Kingdom that night. Some big company did, so it was closed.
Oh my God.
They rented it out, and they did these fireworks, but I've never seen like all of it. I've never seen anything like that. But like, you ever have that moment in your life when you have clarity? Well, I had clarity of what I do and why I do it. Again, it was like another shift in my life. And so now I know I need to go at least 4 wide for my people, for my team, for my nations. And to be able to give to my mother is what I know for sure is why Arbonne works. What I know for sure. And so with that in mind, my background kind of covered. I'm going to talk a little bit because I don't know how much time I have. I just did a couple little notes for you about why Arbonne works. And I want you to really take this in and think about what I know for sure. Now, I'm going to read you the quote. What I know for sure, your journey begins with the choice to get up, step out, and live fully. That's Oprah. And this is so my life right now that I have made a choice to get up every day and be happy. And my daughter's 14, my son's 16, my son has special needs. He's Asperger's. I'm sorry. My son has Asperger's, and it's been a lot of challenging things in my life. I don't complain about it. I decided a long time ago, why am I going to complain? People have worse things. People are sick. People are dying. People have cancer. Everyone's got stuff. So I decided a long time ago, I'm not going to complain. And so this year, everyone's like, I never hear you, complain about this, this, and this. I'm like, because I choose every day to wake up and be happy. So I can be healthy, so I can be there for my kids. So because of Arbonne, I know for sure I have a choice, and you have a choice. Your choice is every single day, you get to wake up and decide what you want. If you want to be a regional vice president, then just do it. Don't complain along the way. Do not make excuses along the way. Do not, again, the blame game is huge. Excuses, justification, because guess what? We all have the same amount of time in our lives. We all have 24 hours. You all know that, right? We all have 24 hours. No one's time in this room is more precious than anybody else's. Not one of us. I'm sorry. We are all equal. We're all born the same. Naked. You guys can laugh at that. You're all born naked. You're all born naked. We're all the same. No one has more stuff. You don't know about her stuff that might be back here. None of us know. We all have stuff. And once you realize that we all have stuff, you're going to quit making excuses. You're going to quit justifying why you're not doing it. And you're going to do it. If you want it, you can have it. Make a dream board. Put it there. Put it on your phone. For heaven's sake, write it on your hand every day. I am a regional vice president. Write it on your walls, affirmations every day. Because what I know for sure is Arbonne changed my life and made me me. I am comfortable in this. I'm a big girl. I don't care. I love me. And it's because of Arbonne, because of the personal growth and development. Why do we tell you to do that? So that you can grow inside. Beauty radiates inside. It comes from the inside. And I think all of you are so beautiful because I can feel that positivity. I was watching you all in there. These positive things you're saying to each other, cheering each other on. I'm so excited that you're doing this. You're doing, oh my God, you look so good. I love this. It's all from inside. That's where it is from. So remember that. It's from inside out, and that's why we're making you we don't make you do the personal growth and development. You should be doing it for you, for your family. You become a better spouse. You become a better friend. I'll tell you, my friends and I have a different relationship now. They want to complain. I go, you got 30 seconds. Bitch away. Are you done? So what can we do different? What could you have done differently? How can you change the situation you're in right now? Because if you can't fix it, I don't want to hear about it. Mm-hmm. Boom. And my friends know that. And they know if they have a problem, they call me, we get it done. Take care of, we're good, moving on. You'll be a better friend, you'll be a better parent. I am the most patient mama. Okay, I've got a kid that has Asperger's. That sucks sometimes because he doesn't smile. He won't let me hug him anymore because now he's 16. He doesn't want to be in public. He doesn't want to, go outside because he thinks the sun is poison. We got a lot of shit. We all have shit. Sorry, I said shit. Shit. Okay, we all have it. And you got to be patient. I'm finally, people are like, oh my God, you're so, because like literally, this is what's hard. I had to take him to school when he was younger, and I taught the school he was in. My best friend Rob Depew, he was a special ed teacher, had to come out and help me drag him out of the car every single day to go to school. Okay, that's hard. Having cancer, watching your father die is hard. Arbonne is simple. So don't tell me, oh, but it's so hard. Oh, really? Do you have leukemia? Do you have cancer? Do you have someone, loved one you lost? Do you have kids that have special needs? Do you have a kid with cancer? Do you have this? Do you have that? Somebody has it worse than you. So I'm sorry. We're all special in our own way, but none of you are more special. Not one of us is better. We're all the same right here. We all have our stuff, and we all deserve more. You all deserve more. So until you tell yourself, you make the connection, because thank God, because of what I know for sure, because of our bond, I could make that connection to my heart and say, in here, I deserve more, because you can give more. Can you give back to your church? Can you give back to your synagogue? Can you give back to your whoever you want? Can you go back to Israel? Can you go back and do what Naomi's going to be doing? She'll tell you about later. Can you do things to make a difference in someone else's life? That is what I know for sure about our bond. Because of our bond, I went to 2 trips around the world. My husband and I were living paycheck to paycheck with zero in our bank account. Now I'm making more money in 2 months than I did in teaching for a full year. My salary now is insane. It's like, wow! I got my first paycheck. I showed my husband. I'm like, I'm going to show you this one time. He went, horse! Now he's like, when I'm home, why are you home? Aren't you working at home? Hello, I'm taking a day off. And you have to do that, by the way. Take a day off once in a while, because what I know about our bond is you can make your own schedule. Guess what? I usually don't work on Sundays. That's my day of relaxing. But you know what I know for sure about myself, and because of you, because you are part of my team. Because of you, I went to Italy. Because of you, I went to South Africa. Because of you, I go to Maui every year. So when Naomi said, Katie, you want to do this? I'm like, yep. There's no choice. I made my quarterly training yesterday. I had over 70 people, we had 60, 70 people there yesterday. I got to hug and love on. And today I get to come here and spend time with you. I'll hug and love on you later. Because of our bond, I know this. Because of our bond, I know that we stand up for our products. We stand up for our products. 100%. Our home office stands up for us. I know this for sure because you all got the email about the sunscreen, right? Yeah. Because guess what? Not everybody's having the same reaction. So it must be a bad batch, but what they do with integrity, pulled it, right? That's smart. We stand up for our products. We have a 45-day money-back guarantee. Who does that? No one stands up. Do you have anybody in your life that would stand up for you and say, you can be Katie's friend, but in 45 days, if you don't like her too much, you can give her back? No one would, because I'm an awesome friend, but... And I know for sure in our bond you can succeed, but I also know for sure it's not an overnight success. You are not going to become a millionaire overnight. You're not going to earn the car overnight. Yes, we have Debbie Neal, for example. We have Ian Pritchard. We have all these examples of people that happen for quickly. Yay for them. But we also have Cecilia Stoll. It took her 10 years to do a nation. We have Linda Parker, who lost her region, I think 6 times. Her district 10 times, or whatever the story is. We have people that it took time. It took me 7 years. Took my upline 6 years. She was 3 years. She was a nation qual. Oh, boom, 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 boom. Your story is your story until you say, you know what, this is my journey. I'm not going to look to the left because I'm looking straight ahead because I can see the future. I know where I'm going to be. It's right here in my hands. I-E-M-N-R-V-P. I-E-M-N-E-N-V-P. Carry that around with you and know it for sure, because for sure it works, because I would not be up here talking to you if it didn't. Because hello, came from something and look where I am now. I'm the same person on the inside. I'm just stronger. I like myself more. I support myself more, and I get to help people. What else I do know for sure is dreams can come true. When I was young, I always said I was going to be a millionaire. And I think within the next 2 years, I'm going to be a millionaire. I know I will. I know this for sure. Next 2 years, because my team's exploding. And I also know for sure what happens in Arbonne is completely up to you. Okay? It's not up to your team. It's not up to your upline or your sidelines or anyone you sign up. It's up to you. If you want it, you have to work harder. I learned last month when I was in Italy. I didn't work hard enough when I was in Italy. I didn't do as many emails as I should have. I went 19.8%, so I missed it. Free airfare, the 20% challenge for the forum. That's okay, right?
I feel bad for you.
So I didn't work, but you know what I know? It's my fault. I didn't do the work. Because I'm signing new people up just like you. I had to earn the cruise just like you. I earned level 3 of the cruise. I didn't earn level 5. But I'm proud that I earned the trip. Because it's hard to earn that trip. That's why it's called a incentive. It's not easy, right? So I know for sure that Arbonne puts everything out there for you. What company does this? Who's going on the cruise? Come on. You guys, a lot of you, right? I know a lot of you can't go, right? It's on the holiday. I love y'all, but I'll send you some vodka. You have a party or something?
Yeah, we'll have a party here.
We'll have a cruise party.
Yeah.
But I know it's up to you, and I want you to always say, it's not my upline's fault. They didn't train me enough. They didn't tell me this was coming. Guess what? We got thrown into it. When we started, we had no upline. Our upline quit and left when I was back in Dark Ages. We had to do PowerPoint presentations to do our presentations. We had nothing. We didn't have flip charts. We wrote them on, I had index cards going, and technology wasn't as big as it is today, because I have this now. It's awesome. I know Arbonne can become your plan A. I know this for sure because it became mine. I retired my husband last year. I retired myself 2.5 years ago. We both work from home now because of Arbonne. Isn't that awesome? And we're parents. I can be present in the kids' life. I went on my first field trip last year with my daughter and her class. We went to Six Flags. I got to go for the first time in my whole entire life. At 45 years old, I got to go on a field trip with my kids. You know for me how big that was? And that's because of Arbonne. It wasn't for them, I couldn't do that. My daughter knows, her kids know me because I'm the house they hang out at. I'm the mom they call, all of her friends. When there's a problem, they're upset, they're having the little drama the girls have. You know how the girls are at 14? Mm-hmm. Oh my God, they call me because I'm that mom. I can be that mom because I'm home. My friends call me, can you go to my house, run up to my house and get this and bring it to school for Izzy? She forgot her clarinet again. I'm like, all right, so I do that. I can become that person. I am that person. I know the products work. Look at this. I'm 46 years old. When I started Arbonne, I had a really bad adult acne. I had cystic acne. Horrid. Okay? My face was a mess. I don't even know why people joined my business, to tell you the truth. Like one friend goes, I don't even know why I joined your business because this was a mess. I'm like, thank you. She's like, but you cleaned up a lot. I'm like, thank you. I lost 30-something pounds with the products. I'm still going. My energy, I've got off the diet soda because the products work, my fizzies. The products work. Do not tell me you're not using the deodorant because you don't like the smell of it. Then put the foot jelly. The foot jelly works just as good. The foot cream works like deodorant.
So does the C-Source.
C-Source,
Definitely. That works awesome.
I'm telling you guys, if you are not using our products, I don't care. Well, except for I understand with the kosher, I get that. But if you're not using our lipstick because you want to use Revlon, I'm going to smack you. If you're not using our mascara, I might poke you in the eye. Okay? But I'm serious. If you don't like the taste of our shakes, now they're kosher, we're good. You guys can drink them, right? If you don't like the taste, no, they're not kosher yet, are they?
Almost.
Some of them. Ish. Well, whatever you're not using.
We'll talk later.
Let's talk later. Sorry. Whatever you're not using, use it.
I promise you get used to it.
Deodorant, toothpaste. I am addicted to toothpaste now.
Oh my God.
I can't use anything else. I forgot it on a trip. Hey, people, use the product. Be a product of the product. Let's see. I know for sure. I'm gonna keep going, guys. I'm a teacher. I can whistle loud. Watch. Oh, I can do that too. I know for sure that the people in Arbonne are amazing. Yeah. I have made my best sisters in life. Right, squirrel woman? Did you do that? Well, I have seriously made the best friends in my life because the negativity is gone. Get rid of that negative energy. It sucks you in. It kills you slowly. Right?
It sure does.
We're positive Polly's over here.
Yes, we are.
And people might make fun of you once. Okay, my daughter makes fun of me. I'm not gonna lie. She goes, Mom, why are you always so positive? She's like, I'm like, because life is good. She's like, really, Mom? Come on. She's like, because like I always make I'm like, I'm making lemonade, sister. If you don't like it, get off the ship. She's like, I'm like, oh, you like the ship? It's a free ride, sister. So, I mean, we have the best attitudes and the most positivity of anybody I've ever met in my whole entire life. You can, I mean, I know for sure that in bathroom lines at GTC, you get great ideas. We don't complain. We're like in lines for like hell, waiting to go to the bathroom, going, that's a ghost. Right? Like, but I really, okay. I'm all right, but I'm still gonna just talk. Okay, I'm gonna go guys room. Right. And I know for sure, guess what? It's okay to talk to strangers. We've learned that. And I know that the phone does not weigh 100 pounds anymore. I know that we all have a chicken list. I want you to dare yourself right now to take that chicken list of yours and start making phone calls. Do it. I did it, and I was like, I felt awesome after. I totally did. She said no, but I was like, I made the call. I didn't know if she was going to say yes or no, but I was afraid to call her. I made the call, and she said no. But guess what? No, check. So the difference between you guys and MVPs is we've had more no's. Who cares? All I do is go, she's going to be ugly in 10 years. I'm going to be gorgeous. She might be more obese and have zits and like look like shit, but I'll be like, hi. You could have joined me. Could have been on the wagon with me. You don't want to drink those girls' fizzy sticks. Okay. I know that network marketing really works. Team up with your network marketing friends. We got friends that do 31. I use her bag. She puts my products in her bags. Simple assignment. We do things together. She does her top people for a party. I say, okay, I'll invite my top people for a 31 party. You do the same thing for your parties. And do that together. Because don't be afraid, because we all want the same thing. We all want success and to do better for our life and for our kids. I really know for sure you discover your why in life. My why is to fill people's buckets. I want to fill people's buckets. I just want to tell people how beautiful they are inside now. I want to tell them how awesome they are. My life now, I know, is to make people feel good about themselves and what they have and how much greatness there is in life. That's my job. That's why when I go to Guatemala, I get to hug on kids and babies and just hug them and love them when they have nothing, because I can give my heart to them. So I know for sure that Armand gave me that gift. And I know that for sure that MVPs don't make them. We're no different. I hung out with Cecilia Stolo in Italy. We're no different. We all get up in the morning, get dressed the same way you do, shower. We're all the same. There's nothing different. We're not superstars, not at all. I'm an average person in life, but I just choose to have high success and to be above normal with the way I think. Because I believe in myself. I believe in this company. I believe that every single one of us deserves more. And I really believe you can do anything you want because you have so much support here. With your upline, I'm here too for you anytime. I swear to you. Anybody calls me, I'm there. And if you call and leave a message, I call you back. I don't care how deep you are in my business. I don't care if you're a sideline that needs to reach out. Maria and I have had some great conversations in our life too. And is it not because Maria's like, how many deep are you from me? Like 25 million deep?
Yeah.
But am I there?
25 million.
25 million. I'm there for her.
Talk about that.
And I'm there. She's there. I'm there for her. She's there for me. If I need something, I have people to go to. It's because I know for sure that Arbonne is the best thing to have in your life, because it can change your life. It can change the life of everybody else around you. And I know for sure that life really is good. Once you decide to say that to yourself and to wake up every morning and say, life's good. I'm happy. I'm healthy. I attract people to my business. I have my affirmations every day. It's okay to talk to yourself. I learned that too. I'm beautiful. I'm a millionaire. I can support this business. I have this. Visualization, affirmations, self-talk, dream boards. This all works. People think it's kooky, but we're here because it's not kooky and it's working for us. Now, I believe in every single one of you. I believe that you can have whatever you want. I believe that you all can be at the top of the business, but you have to believe it too in order for it to happen. So I want you to make a decision in your life, stick to it, write it down, claim it, declare it out loud. Who cares if it doesn't happen when it's supposed to? You want it to happen. What if it happens 2 months later? Ooh, I didn't get that $21,000 paycheck 2 months later. Damn it. No, it's okay. But until you believe in you and you believe in this business like I do, and like Maria and Naomi do, you won't be there. I'm just being honest. It's up to you. So I believe in you and I love you all and thank you for having me.
Wait, don't go anywhere. You get a little gift.
Oh, I got a party.
You get a really nice gift. This is for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it.
I'm having hot flash the window. Sorry, I get so worked up.
Okay, it's good. So I want to take a fast break. And I wanted to congratulate Esty, who earned not only the photo shoot and makeup, but also bling. And Bryna did also, but she got her bling previously. So I just wanted to tell you. So we are going to just, if you want to take a talking break, we're going to take a 2-minute talking break before Maria comes on. I'm just going to make a fast phone call. So we have a 5-minute talking break right now. Okay, so start talking. I'll
That'll work tomorrow.
Yeah, oh, not even that. Then, I get these things, but I get these things and don't my sister's on nursing home, she's like, you're supposed to get that when
That's why we're better together, right?
Yeah. Alright, I'm better off without it. But I'm pretty solid. And my husband, because I died in February, like around September, so the chair, well, like, it was heavy and stuff, and my husband and we'll never know. Yes. Yes. And I never had with that. It almost all street, any part of the street, you know, I have to be free, I have to be very risk. Oh, not to just the word. My daughter's always so excited. I would have wanted to be diagnosed, so 3 months. Really? How long have you been taking the my mom is doing it. She wants to see bread. Like belly is like they kind of very painful and they said like if I knew it was so and that is very like a high my mom doesn't have it. She gets like Alex so
so basically, you know, I want you to eliminate things that are trouble from the start. As I'm eating my bagel. So,
and within like 6 weeks,
You never know exactly. That's the thing. You never know exactly.
yeah, and a friend of mine did it years ago. And then we talking about diet and you like stick to it for the rest of your life. The second you veer off,
Shoes. You waited till shoes were all. I think we ready.
I love it.
You're in Australia.
I love it.
You too.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. I know, crazy. By the way, oh, if you're gonna work for Blake, it's gonna be worth it. Yeah. Okay. All right, everybody. I'm going to introduce our next speaker. I understand. Okay. Alex walked over to the club and told him we're going to be late. Okay. So, right after this speaker, we all are going to go into the cars. If there's not room in the car, here's what we're going to do. You're walking straight to the stop sign at the club. You dead ends into it. Just make a right, and you're going to pass the tennis courts, and then on the left is this parking lot that looks like it's under construction, but we have these spots saved right on the water, and we're going to be setting up and doing photos there. Okay, so if you're not wearing white, make sure that you're wearing white for the photo. Okay, I'm really excited to introduce our next speaker. Maria is a person that means a lot to me. She's a brand spanking new National Vice President. And I connect with Maria on a very spiritual level. We really speak the same language. And I've learned so much from her. And I know that a lot of you virtually attend her boot camp training. And I know that you all love her. So when it came to training, Maria was the first person, and Katie, you're not that I reached out to because I know that she would be received so well and for good reason. So I'm so excited to introduce the incredible brand new mommy and National Vice President Maria Spillane. I love you. I love you. Okay. And she did get a gift. I did not get one.
So thank you guys for all being here. I'm so proud of all of you for taking the time to grow yourselves and to empower yourselves. How many of you listen to or watch my trainings? Okay, so most of you know who I am. For those of you who don't, my name is Maria Spillane. I'm a new National Vice President with Arbonne, and I am madly in love with this business. Madly in love with it. For those of you who have young ones at home, you know, this is not part of my training, but so many of you have asked me about this. You can do anything with your children because of Arbonne. Because of Arbonne, I get to put my son on the bus and get him off the bus and do his homework with him every single day. Because of Arbonne, I only have to be away from my daughter when I choose to get a break and to show my husband what it's like to be up in the middle of the night. Last night was his first time doing that, and I think he has a whole new appreciation for me. So that's really amazing. But you can do this Don't ever let anything get in your way. The only person who can ever place limits on you is you. So part of why we're here today is to help all of you rip those limitations that you've placed on yourself away and realize that you can do anything with this business if you choose it. One of the things I say relentlessly all the time, and if you watch me, you've heard me say it, keep it simple, keep it fun, and keep going, and you can do anything with this. You can create anything that you want with this. I wanted to just share for a moment, both of these women are so important to me. Naomi has been one of my biggest cheerleaders and has really, we really do connect, because for both of us, we both exploded for the same reason. When you realize this is not about you, and you realize how much you can offer other people because of this, everything changes and you skyrocket in this business. And when I made the realization that it's not about me, and I realized what was really possible and how many people that we can change their lives, everything shifted. And that's when I started doing the morning fizz, the coffee chats, the video conferences and everything, and just putting them out, and putting them out there for everyone. Everything changed in my life and everything changed in my business. And both of these women have been very inspiring to me in that sense because of what they do for others. Katie, when I met Katie, it changed my life and it changed my business, because I was, everybody gets stuck somewhere, okay? And wherever it is that you get stuck, it's for a reason, and it's all up here. It's because you've hit the limit that you've placed on yourself, and you need to tear that away. I was in the process of doing the work I needed to do to tear away my own limits, and I met Katie. And one of the things that I had trouble doing was inclusively sorting myself with national vice presidents, because they looked different from me. They spoke differently from me, and I felt, because of the fact that I was without coaching, I was an orphan. A coaching orphan, like an Arbonne orphan. My upline quit. But most of you probably think I'm direct to Debbie Neal, right? Debbie Neal adopted me, okay? And she treated me like one of her own, and really went to the wall for me, which is inspiring in and of itself. But Katie was the first member of my upline to see me. You know, I tried to get to Debbie, but she's got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of VPs that, you know, ask for her attention, and she really didn't realize that I wasn't being coached. And I was afraid to tell people why I was asking for help, because, you know, I figured the person who was supposed to be coaching me was besties with them, because I thought all the MVPs were besties, you know. And you know, the person who was supposed to be coaching me had a very closed way about her, where she didn't let anybody in, she didn't let anybody see who she was, and therefore I thought that's how I had to be too. And I didn't realize we're not duplicating a human, we're duplicating a system. The key is to be yourself and to truly find yourself in this business. And when I met Katie, she made me laugh, and she was so giving and warm and loving. It was the first time I had really been loved on by someone in my upline. And she taught me and many of the people on my team that the best thing about Arbonne is that it's for everyone, and that you can truly be who you are and become the best version of yourself and become an absolute rock star in this business. And really the key is to keep going and to keep searching for you inside of yourself and bringing that out. One of the things that I think is really important, in fact, I can tell you right now, this is everything in your business, is vision. You know, when I was in your seat and I was sitting and learning and taking notes at training and rack, and, you know, sometimes when I was really feeling bad about myself, I'd sit in the back row. I would stare at the front of the room, hearing, you know, people talk about vision, crystal clear vision, and I'd be like, what the heck is that? Like, I didn't know what that meant, and it was so frustrating because I couldn't see it, because those limits that I placed on myself were so palpable. I had this brick wall all around myself, and I didn't know what to do with them. There's so many shifts that I've experienced. I cannot get into them all today. If you keep watching my quizzes, you'll see them all eventually. But I really had some work to do. I had some work to do on figuring out what vision is. I want to share with you what vision is. Okay? Vision Vision is your crystal ball into the future. And when you think about your vision, and you want to create your own vision, you want to get out your journal. You want the vision board, I think, is one of the best ways to really create your vision. And I want you to really do this and take time with it and pay attention to it and continue to build it by week, by month, by year. Consistently add to your vision board whenever you see something that speaks to you in here. But your vision, when you look back on your life, on the day that you die, what is it you want to see the most of? That is your vision. For me, when I look back on my life, I want to see that I have spent most of my time surrounded by the people that I love. I want to see that I have been deeply present in my children's lives. And I want to see that I have empowered countless people to find their own brand of freedom, whatever that freedom is for them. So I want to ask you, what is your brand of freedom? What is your brand of freedom? When you think of freedom, what does that mean? Do you want to travel the world? Do you want to give to the world like Katie? Do you want to save young children? Do you want to save animals? Do you want to very simply be with your family and not have to work all the time like I was when I started this business? Whatever that means to you, you need to write about it on a regular basis and know it, because the consistency and the clarity of your vision is what dictates your results when you pair that up with decision and action. The consistency and clarity of your vision is what dictates your results when you pair that with decision and action. Now, I want to tell you guys a story. And I call this story, don't poop in your own water. Okay?
Are you posting this on?
I'll get to recording this training eventually, but
It is being recorded.
oh, it's recording right now. Oh, hi. Okay. So don't poop in your own water. Has anybody here ever owned a fish?
Yes.
Raise your hand if you've owned a fish. Okay, most of you have owned a fish. How many of you dread the carnival? So let me just talk about this. Okay, let's talk about vision. My son is 6 years old. Okay, this started when he was about 3. My son's clarity of vision is incredible. This is a child who can't walk around the block without face planting. Okay, and he goes to the carnival, and his vision is so crystal clear, he sees the fish as his own. And his little quarter flies through the air, and with absolute marine-like precision, it drops right into the gold bottle this big in the middle, and he ends up with the entire bag of fish, like 20 fish, every single time. I dread the carnival. But okay, let's talk about fish. Okay, if you have ever owned fish, you know this. When the water gets cloudy, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to change it. Okay, so if you don't change it, what does cloudy water do to the fish? Kills the fish. Why? Because the fish poops in its own water. Okay, so sorry, honey. It's okay. Anybody who's pregnant in the room hates me right now because we're talking about poop in the water. But the cloudy water. Terrible. We can get into a whole other poop conversation because guess what? I've got an infant at home and 2 dogs. That's all I ever really think about. So the cloudy water, you got to change it, right? So if you picture the fish as your dreams, and how cloudy or clear the water is, that's how healthy your vision is. If you do not change the water, if you do not keep your vision clear, if you do not keep your water healthy, then you kill the fish, you kill your dream, right? So you can have cloudy water just because that's how fish are, right? And what are you going to do? You're going to change the water. So that's crystal clear. That's easy. Keep that in your mind. But what happens when you get carnival fish? Sometimes you get carnival fish because the ones that you buy at the store are different fish than the ones that you get at the carnival. The ones that you get at the carnival have been abused. They're not treated right. They're kept in very crowded fish tanks. They're extremely unhealthy, and something happens to those fish where their poop actually becomes very poisonous, and they die much more quickly. So every once in a while you get lucky and you get one that lasts about 15, 20 years. No, I'm totally saving you right now. It is not your fault. The carnival fish come sick. Okay, so right, and it's like a day, right?
Years. I don't know how.
I'm telling you, every once in a while you find one that lasts for 15 years. I'm going to tell you right now, I am that carnival fish that could last for like 100 years. Okay, I'm that carnival fish. Sometimes we feel like carnival fish, don't we? Why?
Multi-grain bread.
A multi-grain bread.
I refuse to buy fish food.
That's good to know. Change the food. I have to write that down because I can add that to my training. But let's focus on these carnival fish. They've been abused, like some of us in our lives. Some of us have been through some really legitimately awful things. Okay, really, some of us really bad. Some of us think we've been through really bad things, but that's just because we haven't had a conversation with someone who's been through something like critically horrifying. Okay, we've all been through hard stuff. Some of us worse than others, and those of us who have been through some really hard stuff all the way through childhood, we think of ourselves as carnival fish. Okay, here's the reality about the carnival fish. Wouldn't it be wonderful if they had the power to change how healthy they are? Now, those carnival fish don't have that power, but who does? We do. Okay? So some of us feel like carnival fish, and those carnival fish are going to create a really poor environment in the fish tank, and that's all bad. Sometimes there's too many fish. That's another thing that can create cloudiness in the water and can create danger in the water. Okay? Too many fish in the fish tank. There's no space, no boundaries. You know, too many fish in the fish tank, and you can kill your dream. And we'll get back to that. Another one that I didn't know about, and this could be your problem too, so hold this in your back pocket. Do not feel guilty about the fish. An acidic environment will kill the fish. So sometimes the water itself can be unhealthy, can be too acidic. You have to buy those alkaline pills and put the alkaline pills in the water to keep that water clear and to keep the fish from dying, because just the water from your tap could kill the fish. Okay, and finally, the last thing that can happen there is too much food. If you overfeed the fish, you can totally kill the fish because the water gets very cloudy. So let's think about this. That cloudy water. I've got some tips here. Hold on. I wrote like in 8 different pages. God, excuse me. But the vision, don't poop in your own water. That's kind of impossible, right? The fish have to do that. That's their environment. We ourselves, we all are always going to have different things coming at us and stuff inside of our own head. Okay, so there's got to be routine maintenance. Just like you routinely clean out the fish tank, there's routine maintenance. So I have some tips for a clear tank that I want you guys to write down. Okay, the first one is that routine maintenance. There's no way to get away with this. And, you know, Katie touched on this, and I really want to touch on this too. We don't ask you guys to do personal growth and tell you about our experiences with personal growth because we think there's something wrong with you. We tell you this stuff because we know that there's something right with you. Okay? We don't get paid to talk about personal growth books. Oprah Winfrey's not cutting Katie a check. Okay? We all wish. If we showed up in her studio, she would. But anyway, the truth is that we care about your whole experience. And when you are a whole person, when your mind, body, and spirit work together, amazing things are going to happen in your life. And you will truly become the very best version of yourself. So that is what that routine maintenance is about. So rules for a clear tank, number 1 is routine maintenance. You got to change the water on a regular basis. You need to create the right habits in your life that are going to help lead you to everything that you're dreaming of. You want to take a journal and write gratitude every single day. The first thing when you wake up in the morning, wake up earlier. Wake up a little bit earlier or go to bed a little bit later. And when it's quiet, sit down with your journal and write down 10 things that you're grateful for in your life right at this very moment. And then if there's someone in your life that you love and there's strife and pain in your relationship and you're struggling in that relationship right now, I want you to write down 10 things about that person that you're grateful for. every single morning until you are healed. The third thing I want you to do is write down 10 things that you're grateful for now that you're a national vice president, as if it's already happened. And I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to picture yourself there, and I want you to feel the joy. Feel the joy. And I want you to think about the first person you would help if financially there were no bounds. If you could do anything with your money, who's the first person that you would help with that? And you're going to write all of that down in your journal first thing. I want you to exercise. And I don't mean go to CrossFit. You can go to CrossFit, but you don't have to go to CrossFit. If all you can do because of your schedule or whatever is walk up and down the block once, at least do that. You know, get up from your desk chair as like do some squats while you're on the phone. Whatever it is that you're doing, do something, anything. Get your blood going. That is really critical to your happy existence. I want you to choose education over entertainment. I want you to choose education over entertainment 9 out of 10 times. Okay? Facebook is really useful as a business tool, but it can also suck you in and eat you whole. Okay? So you want to set an alarm on your phone and be on Facebook only to check your nation page and your region page, and to strategically go and like some photos and make some comments on people's pages that you are looking at for this business. But then I want you off, because I know how addicting it can be and how detrimental it can be to your life. I want you to choose education over entertainment. We in our culture are addicted to entertainment. You know, and here in this room, I don't think anyone appreciates more how priceless it is to turn off your electronics. You know, and I've learned that from you. And I think it's really critical. It is helpful to having a really whole existence in your life, to be able to step away from that. I really believe that your beliefs have really grown my beliefs in some really special ways. And that's critical too. So also healthy living in general. What you put in your body is really important. You want to choose energizing foods and things that are good for you on a regular basis. Does that mean that you're not going to splurge? No, because you need to treat yourself too. But be careful. Routine maintenance. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, get a bigger tank. Your vision and your business can only grow if you grow. Your business will never outgrow you. Okay, so if you're placing those limitations on yourself, you're placing those limitations on your entire team. And if you are a team of 1, it is equally important for you to lead with passion and honor yourself, because your team already exists out there and they're waiting for you, and you have to rise to leadership in order for them to see you. Okay, get a bigger tank. You want to surround yourself with really successful people. If the people that you're spending time with complain a lot, if the people that you're spending time with say things like Katie was saying, like, it's hard, it's so hard. If you get into these, like, you know, I'm trying not to curse, but complaining.
Oh, just go for it. Okay.
If you get into BITCH Fest with friends in Arbonne, you need to start hanging out with some new people. And I'm serious about that. Really serious about that. You want to surround yourself with positive people who are going in an upwards direction, who lift you up, who empower you, and who challenge you to be the best version of yourself. The friend who looks you in the face and says, stop complaining. What are we going to do to make this better? That is the best friend you will ever have in your life. And that is called your truth teller. Find a truth teller. Okay? Find a truth teller. Number 3 is start fresh and get well. This is for all the carnival fish in the room, okay, and all the carnival fish in your life. The people who raised you gave you everything they had, and they did their very best. Whether or not it is up to your own standards as parents, they did their very best. They gave you what they had. If it was hard, like it was for me, forgive. And know that it's up to you now. If other things happened in your life where you were betrayed, or you were hurt, or you were injured, or you were in any other way damaged because of other people's choices and actions, those people too, they're going through life with the very best they have, and maybe they just don't have some of the things that you do here and here. It's time to forgive, and it's up to you now. When you are hurt, I mean, it is all 100% valid, you know, but I hear a lot of people living in the past. And I once lived in the past. And I'm telling you that it is time to move on from those things, to let all of it go. Don't make me sing Frozen to you. Don't make me do it. I'll do it. I do it all the time. Let it go, let it go. Yeah, seriously, let it go. It is up to you now. It is up to you. The only person who's responsible for the health, the love, the vibrance, the vitality, and the beauty in your life is you, because it's all around you, and you got to open your eyes and choose to see it every single solitary day. Some people that you can look to help you with that: Anthony Robbins and Louise Hay are two of my favorite authors on the subject of healing and changing your state. One of the best things that I ever learned in my life and in my business was that I am responsible for my own state of mind, and that I have the power to change it like that. And so do you. Every single one of you. Louise Hay, Anthony Robbins and Louise Hay. Learn how to change your state of mind and to own your own happiness, because it belongs to you and nobody else. Number 4, be the only fish in the tank, or be very selective about who you let into your water. Okay, don't let rotten fish have the keys to your kingdom. Choose who you spend your time with. And if there is someone, this is the hardest thing, if someone in your life that you absolutely love does not support your business, just look at them straight in the face, smile, and say, please stop pooping in my water. And I used to do that all the time. You know, I didn't quite use those words, but there comes a point, if you are doing all of the other things, that daily maintenance, and really, really actually seeking out amazing books to read, positive people to be around, coming to trainings, watching the videos, all of that. If you're doing that all the time, and some kibitzer comes up to you and says, then you're just like, and they're like a little fly buzzing around your head. And you're like, and in your mind you're like, oh gosh, the poor thing just doesn't see what I see. You know, and just like Katie said, well, it's okay, 10 years from now, they're going to be all wrinkly, and, you know, they're going to be 80 and not retired yet, and you're going to have something wonderful. So say a little prayer for them, bless them, and release. Bless them and release, okay? And keep that water clear of rotten fish. Okay, number 5, you want to create the right environment, and this relates to the acidity in the water. Okay, the way that you're going to create a positive environment, again, you're surrounding yourself with positive people. You're going to get your vision board, and you're going to cover it in all the things that you desire in life for both you and your family. If you have families, obviously, sometimes in Arbonne, you're not there when they want you to be there, because they want you there 24/7. And if you have day jobs, it does make it a little interesting sometimes. You want to invest your family in your vision. Ask them what they want. My husband has a 911 Porsche orange from like the 60s on my vision board. My son has a Batmobile on my vision board. We all have cars on the vision board. We have a tree house for my son. We have a beautiful home that is in my husband's favorite style. We have all sorts of things for them, not just for me. Okay, in fact, somebody actually recently pointed out to me that I needed to change my vision board because there was not a single thing on it for me. And I did. I totally changed it. You want to know what happened 3 months later? I went into Nation Paul. Yeah. My vision board was lacking. So don't think that you're done. If you have one, you need to consistently evolve with that. You want to be neat and have no distractions in your workspace. Turn off the notifications on your cell phone. Turn them all off. Have a time of the day that you go to check, and that's it. I recommend checking 2 to 3 times a day so that you're a business owner and you're on it like white on rice. But when somebody's going bing, 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 this is what happens to you. You're like bing, bing, and like you don't even know what's going on. And you get halfway through a task when somebody else pings in, and then you're doing that thing, and then you're over here. Turn off the notifications on your cell phone. And you know, okay, I already got that. Last but not least, here's my suggestion to you. I want you guys to choose a vision partner. And 2 times a week, and be careful who you choose, please. Seriously, because if somebody if you get into the kibitzing, about how I'm so tired, my kids, or work is killing me, then you're going to end up in a bad cycle, and that's going to add cloudiness to your water. You want to pick someone who is dead serious about a clear, crystal, beautiful, amazing vision, and you want to speak at least twice a week, and the only thing you're allowed to talk about is your vision. The only thing you're allowed to talk about in that 5-minute conversation twice a week is what you're creating for your family, what you're creating for yourself. I'm so, talk about your gratitude for what's coming when you're a national vice president. I'm so grateful now that I'm 12 wide because I can build an orphanage. I'm so grateful now that I'm 12 wide because I can send books to children who never have touched one in their lives. I'm so grateful now that I'm 12 wide because my sister's children will never be lacking. They will go to college without debt. My sister will be able to go to school for the rest of her life, which she would probably really like, and she can do anything she wants and go anywhere she wants and never, ever be wanting. Okay, you can just go on and on like that. Dream, dream, dream. Brainstorm on all the wonderful things that you're going to have together. Okay, and that's really it. Be real. Be yourself. Dig deeper because there's so much more of you than you realize. You have just touched the surface of who you are on the inside. You have just touched the surface. And what you have to offer the world is so stunning and so beautiful. The love that you have for your families, the love that you have for your community, all of that needs to be seen by the entire world. And the way that you're going to do that is by connecting person by person in this business, and it will spread everywhere. So thank you for being patient and listening to my crazy don't put your water story. I love you.
Thank you so much for everything. So glad that Katie and Maria are here. And I keep saying, did anybody ever see that David Letterman when he was like Uma, Oprah, Oprah, Uma? So now I'm like Maria, Maira, Maria. And I can't keep it straight. Okay, I really love what you said, and I really connected to it. And sometimes when you get and you're an MVP and you're doing a lot of things, it's hard to make a connection to a training because you're like, blah, blah, heard it, now what am I going to say next? And I really focused during both of yours, and I really learned quite a bit from you guys. And I just want to say thank you. It's the first time that I was really able to make a connection to training in a while, and I really appreciate it. It means so much to me because you guys think it's for you, but I really just did this also. I think what we're going to do now is we are going to proceed to the group photo. There are 4, Bailu, where's Bailu? Do you have your card here or no? Yes, you do have your car here? Yes? Okay, so Adam's going to drive your car. Is that okay? Okay, so there are 4.
You gotta get used to it,
That's right. Okay. Oh, I figured you came with. Okay, all right. I'm all confused. All right, we were talking about this before. It's not just one. Okay. Hi. So what we're gonna do now is there's 4 cars that are gonna get out. You're gonna move your car. Are you taking? But you're coming with us,
Yeah,
right?
I'm gonna drive.
So you can drive down. So there's 5 cars that are gonna be going. There's me, Maria, Maira, Aviva, and Katie. And Violet. And what? You have your. I didn't even know you got a car. Wait, hold on. Where is she?
What?
Oh, there you are. Okay. All right. So we are all gonna. So wait. So there's 5 cars that we're taking a picture with. 6. Sorry. No, we're not taking. We're not. Katie's isn't. Katie's gonna be in the picture, but her car's not gonna be in the picture. So there's 5 pictures. You got them. There's 5 cars. Okay, I didn't even, okay, so guys, we're going to load into the cars. Whoever does not have a space in a car, you guys, you know where we're walking, right? So we're good to go. We'll see you in a few.
Did you mind this?